Is all right. I just needed to see it. We're good. We're gonna roll it back. All right, now we're ready.
Okay.
Now we're ready to go.
Okay.
Here we go.
Ready?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. We're so happy to have you.
I burped.
I'm so not ready for that introduction. This show brings to you the latest, greatest, and odd and crazy news from all over the planet. We bring to you the news like we bottled it up in little bottles and we send it down the highway in a truck and it arrives at your bachelor party and all of you wind up intoxicated on the floor from drinking in all the amazing news that we have delivered to you. And some of you will wake up with a headache. Some of you will wake up with no pants on. And none of you will know why it happened or what the reason for it is until your head's clear and you realize that you were just given the greatest party ever that you cannot remember. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Horseshoes and Hand Grenades. And I'm your host, Steven. And joining me as always is the incredible, the words
Do not cover how awesome I am. Apparently.
Yep, that I can't come up with anything.
No.
I can't make up words good enough.
There are not words in this universe
No, they're not.
that aptly touch at the feet of my awesome.
I touch your feet of awesome. That's not true. I don't think I've ever touched your foot.
I have no. Don't touch my foot. I'll give you. Wait, I'm gonna give you blister
touched it.
toe.
Ladies
Blister
and
toe.
gentlemen, tonight's show is going to be interesting, and it's going to be interesting for 2 to 3 reasons.
Because you had 2 to 3 beers.
One, because that's the standard that we set for ourselves here in the Orbiting HQ. We say we are going to be interesting for these people. Number 2, there was alcohol involved with my evening.
Take 2.
Number 3 is actually filled a Walgreens cup up with some chocolate milk rum concoction.
I'm just like, what's sweet that I could mix with this rum? Because we didn't have coffee.
You know what? You beautiful people might think, after seeing me only on Tuesday nights, that this is a normal thing. But it's just not. It's just an occasional thing. No, yes.
No, he doesn't. This is Steven's drink night.
It is. Yeah, everybody's got to have one, you know? Not everybody. Like, if you struggle with it, you probably shouldn't have a drink. You should probably not listen to this kind of encouragement. You know, Robin Williams, for instance, he doesn't drink on Tuesday nights because he just checked himself into rehab.
Robin Williams?
Yeah.
Faux shizzle?
He's been an alcoholic for years.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
For being too hairy?
No, that's the other time of rehab. The rehab where they shave you, they shave you down and they say, okay, don't grow hair back, and then you do.
But these are only good if you
can
don't
do about it.
Put them in your mouth.
That's what she said. Usually there's a
No, the Angry Orchards, they're good, but they have to hit a certain part of your tongue
in order to taste better.
And yeah, so
this is my drink of choice.
That just tastes like beer.
What?
It just tastes like beer.
For audio listeners, that's Shock Top Raspberry Wheat. That was a burp.
I had a panic attack last Wednesday.
Dude, those are bad.
I've never had one before.
How did it go?
I had it at work.
Can you explain?
I had it at first panic attack I've ever had in my entire life, and I had it at work in front of people I don't know, and I didn't wear waterproof mascara. It was embarrassing.
This is awesome. Sorry.
What did you do?
How did that go?
What did you do?
I didn't do that. Joel did it. Joel sent me a thing and I clicked it. I'm sorry. I was listening to your panic attack story.
No, you weren't.
Yeah, I was.
No,
you had it in front of all the people that you've never had one before, and you had it in front of all these people that you didn't know.
Yeah, that's because I've told you the story before.
You know what? The show for me to hear stories again. It's for people to hear stories for the first time.
Yeah. It was lame. It was super lame. Like, one person threw wet paper towels at me because apparently that's what you need while you're curled up in a ball thinking
people
you're gonna
have
die.
This feeling that somehow a wet paper
it's
towel
like a wet cloth
every
is gonna
problem.
Fix it. Yeah, no. And then
every problem.
And then there were dry towels.
Yeah.
And then someone consistently going, you need to sit up, you need to sit up, you need to sit in the chair, you'll feel better. And I'm like, I am going to punch you in the uterus so hard that your grandchildren won't be able to procreate.
You know what the worst part of you know what the worst part of having a panic attack is?
Having a panic attack?
No, it's that everyone wants to help you with it. It's like the number one thing you really need is to be left alone and to be like, I'm going to walk away now because I'm having an issue. I don't know. So is a panic attack and anxiety attack the same thing? Or are those two different things?
A panic attack is debilitating. Like, I was curled up in a ball, crying hysterically. I don't cry in public.
What's an anxiety? You don't cry in private.
I don't cry. Yeah, I just started shaking uncontrollably. I hyperventilated. I could not breathe. I was curled up in a ball, and then someone took an ice pack out of the freezer, a frozen like pillow-sized ice pack, and tried to put it up against my forehead. It wasn't the malleable kinds of ice pack. It was just this is a frozen block in a cover, and therefore we're gonna put it in your cooler, and hit me on the forehead with it, trying to cool me, because apparently when you have a panic attack, you turn into the sun and you need cooled down and
you need ice dumped on you.
Yeah, like, or hitting. I was like, yes, being hit in the head while I'm panicking. That helps.
That's useful. I mean,
very
it works.
Helpful. Yeah.
I can see that being helpful. It centers you.
Yeah.
It's like when you slap a woman when she's freaking out.
What? That's the equivalent of what happened.
It's a reset.
I don't want to be told what to do while I'm freaking out. I want you to let me freak out.
Right.
Ignore me because that was embarrassing.
I'm not really condoning slapping women, by the way. Unless you're Sean Connery. What? We thought the same thing.
Yeah.
This might be why we do a show together.
The camera fist bump.
It's
so weird. Like you're right here, but it's not.
Oh, but
you
can see my hand.
Wait, where's mine?
I'm all up in your face.
Why can't
this
has cheese?
This excellent radio brought to you by
we're trying
patrons like you. Thank you very much to Pipes and Brad M for their continued contribution.
Yes, thank you guys so incredibly much.
Shooting hand grenades. We
Steven
really appreciate it.
Sometimes doesn't shoot himself in the face because of contributors like you.
Contributors like you keep me alive. Do you want to donate now?
No pressure.
Do you? No, you just give me dreams to hope for. Really though, I thought of a new thing. So if you're a Patreon, you are going to get some new content coming at you in your emails. I have to figure out how to actually work
also,
that.
I kind of need people's address for the Whimsy Shire.
They're supposed to give them to us. It's supposed to be in our records.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah. I requested that in the Patreon. You can say, give me your shipping address. And then that's when we go to their house and we take their stuff when they're not home.
Okay. Well, don't tell them.
Oh,
you'll have to cut. It's cool. You'll just cut that part out.
Oops.
We'll do some post-show editing.
No, but what we're going to do, since they need more things to make them feel like they want to subscribe, right? And so one of those things is audio content.
Yes.
We're going to hook you up with audio content. I already done saved some audio content.
I didn't even know it. I didn't know what it was.
No.
And I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And then Steven told me, and I'm like, oh.
You're like, oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm glad he said that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, things are good.
There were boobies involved.
We are growing at a rate that is hard to believe.
Because I keep eating and drinking beer.
I did gain 2 pounds. I need help. Oh, my
dear God, you anorexic.
I don't know what to do. I
gained 2 pounds.
I'm having like an emotional eater complex going on. Like I'm eating because I don't know, not really.
Did you see you don't eat.
I don't really emotionally
You get frustrated.
Eat.
No, I eat emotionally. I'm like, I'm bored, I'm gonna eat. I'm happy, I'm gonna eat. I'm sad, I'm gonna make a chocolate whiskey yum.
Yeah, you tend to go to the alcohol when you're sad. When you're upset.
Yeah. Yeah, that's healthy, folks.
We all have our crutches.
Sarah asked me today, she goes, do you drink? And I'm like,
no. No, I don't drink. Of course not.
No.
I don't either. Let's just...
I don't.
But does anyone? Like, no, I don't drink. I just have one from time to time.
I try not to have any at all, especially when I'm around certain people, just because they don't need to be drinking.
And you shouldn't drink your calories. Like, let's get to the serious topic at hand.
Like when I was hardcore being good, like I didn't work out today. I should have, but I'm going to work out tomorrow because I don't have to go to work. But shut up. Just stop judging me.
Wow. That's reactionary.
I want more alcohol and there's none left.
Here, you can have a sip of this.
You don't like it?
No, it's delicious, but I know my ears are warm already. You can't see because I have this ridiculous headset on.
So much rum in that.
Why would you do that?
Because...
Where's that water bottle? I'm grasping at things that don't exist. This is how bad this has gotten. No, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming to the show, by the way. I know it's Wednesday night.
Oh.
Or Tuesday.
Guess.
It's Tuesday night. And USA just lost to Belgium. And
for all our Canadian friends, happy Canada Day. We're going to sing you a song now.
What do we sing?
Blame Canada.
Okay. I was going to say, oh, Canada.
Yeah, but it's the Blame Canada
you
song.
You are America's hat. We are so glad you exist. Because you make us look more fat.
See, you got to play. That was beautiful.
That's terrible.
That was actually really. You got to play that one, but I don't have a whale penis in my computer, so they can't hear it if I play it.
I don't have whale penises in mine.
Well, I don't know. You said it was like a mic vagina.
Whale peni.
Of the mic.
I'm not playing that song.
Why?
That's so hateful towards our Canadian brethren.
Dude, I told them I would give them a Happy Canada Day song. I didn't say it had to be positive.
What? It's positive.
It's positive. It's South Park.
But everybody's heard
watch
that.
South Park? Steven doesn't watch South Park.
I'm not even remotely interested in South Park.
South Park is amazing.
I don't care nothing about that show.
South Park is the most funny thing ever.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. My Wi-Fi choked on me a little bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it crapped out before I got on.
Because it's 9,000 degrees in that tiny room I have that router in.
Where's the router?
In Narnia.
Oh, balls! Are you serious?
Yeah, Labes,
How was it not melted?
It melts sometimes. You just glue it back together. Blame Canada is the song you want me to play on the show? This awkward segment. You don't have to
play all of it. It's like 2 minutes long.
Children's ears. We must go fight the source of it. But what is the source? Oh, that's easy. Times have changed. Our kids are getting worse.
I don't like it already.
Their parents, they just want to fight and curse. Should we blame the government or blame society?
Or should we blame the images on TV?
No, blame Canada. Blame Canada. For their beady little eyes and flapping heads on the blame Canada. Blame Canada.
Okay, that's enough of that.
Yay! Happy Canadian Day! You're Canuckian and you suck. Woo!
We love you, Canada. You have music better than ours. They do. Their music channels play rock and roll, and ours play stupid.
We don't have music in America anymore. We don't
have music channels anymore, do we? MTV's just like reality with an M.
MTV hasn't been MTV since I was small.
You remember when they had here's a thing. You ready for this?
I'm as mad as hell.
You know what really grinds my gears?
You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
I really hate when Ashley drinks all of my rum.
Oh, whoa, up!
That is not what I was going.
Up.
Stop it.
Wow.
No. So back in the day when I was watching MTVX, like every afternoon, it was a fantastic channel. It was on satellite, and it would play rock. It would play alternative, hard rock, punk rock. It was just rock and roll all the time, buddy. It was great music videos all the time. Then one day, and I had to skip to MTVX because MTV2 stopped playing videos and started playing shows also.
I don't remember MTVX or MTV2. I had MTV.
You had cable all the time. You didn't have satellite. They didn't offer. See, the privileged people have satellite television.
Those of you in Alabama.
I was in West Virginia at the time. Thank you very much, crazy lady.
Oh.
And we had
Did I know
TV.
you?
No, not at this time.
Oh.
You didn't know me until after MTV took MTV2, put shows on it, and took MTVX and made it MTV Jams, which was more of the R&B they were already playing on MTV. So they took all the music that I would run to MTVX as a safe haven of rock and roll I could go to. One day I come home from school, I pop on the TV, MTV, why is it not the same anymore? And it's Jams.
It really did kind of do that almost overnight.
It was bam, MTV Jams, and you're sitting there going, but they already play R&B on the real MTV, and then they play it on MTV2 as well. So now it's not the same at all. There's nowhere to find rock and roll anywhere. It was around 2000 where they did that. And that was the flip. That was when late 90s rock and roll was just completely discarded.
I don't remember. I
don't want any more of this.
Weird. You don't want any more of that?
No.
Is it bad?
The more I talk, the more likely I am to throw up. That was a poor decision.
You only had 3 sips.
Ashley is a bad influence. And she's maniacal. Listen to that. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a trash can under my desk.
Are you really going to puke?
No, not right now.
Oh my God.
Maybe in a short future.
It's really that bad?
Good gravy. Do you know how much rum is in there? Look at this ear. Look at it.
It's on fire.
It's like...
This ear is on fire! This ear
Thank
is
you.
on fire.
It kind of fits the R&B conversation we were just having.
I hate R&B. R&B is crap on a crap cracker mixed with crap and stirred with crap and dilated and distilled in crap.
It's called... So R&B comes from the words rhythm and blues.
Which there are none of in R&B.
I hear nothing
It is
of
a
the two.
misnomer.
Yeah, I don't know why they call it rhythm and blues. Like, there's rhythm and blues in ZZ Top.
Daryl posted something.
Freaking love it.
Man, there is a lot of rum in this sucker.
I told you, no one. I drink half of it. No wonder I'm feeling weird.
That makes my head
Ashley made
tingle.
me feel weird. I'm going to pretend that the show is as valuable when we're somewhat intoxicated as it is
I'm
when
not
we're just...
intoxicated at all. I'm just saying, you can taste it.
I'm just going to go by this lol that D-Master has in the chat as the answer to all my
You
problems.
lol, we keep talking.
If you lol, we win. So anyway, thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining with us. We're going to skip right into this. Today's factoid is
later.
brought to you by D-Master 6 because I just picked him out of a crowd. Not because he's black or anything. Factoid!
He's gonna die first.
No, not unless we're a zombie movie.
We
By the way, I hear that you can watch the entirety of Day of the Dead on YouTube
Are you serious?
in segments. Yeah.
Day of the Dead sucked.
Yeah, that's what I heard. that
Land
Day
of the Dead sucked.
Day of the Dead, didn't they learn how to use guns too?
Oh, it was awful.
Yeah.
It was so awful. It was
Zombies
just
can
bad.
be trained.
The remake of Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorite zombie movies.
We give George Romero too much credit.
I mean, it's the father of blah blah blah, which is awesome, but the father never evolved, so he
Right.
just became the crotchety old man with the disemboweled gray matter, and he's like, "I'm gonna give the zombies guns, and they're gonna walk around and go." Blah.
Yeah, I'm going to give them guns. I'm also going to dress every zombie up in some sort of costume because there are no normal people. It's like we got bride zombie, we got football zombie, we got this cop zombie.
Like we
got
realize people
Indian
live their
zombie.
lives and become zombies.
Right. No, they only become zombies when they're in the middle of an event.
Right. Like there's no such thing as a daily life zombie. There's a construction worker zombie. There
Yeah.
is a BDSM zombie.
I'll have a leather zombie.
YMCA.
Like how D-Master says, just don't be the first black guy or the last black guy, and I have a higher chance of making it in a group.
So be middle black guy.
Middle black guy. Wouldn't that eventually
See,
make you...
I feel like horror movies make it until I don't want to hang out with black people.
That's so they're racist.
Right. Like, I don't want to hang out with a black person because I'm like, I look at them and I'm like, you're a red shirt, man.
Well,
Like, if you're black and you're wearing a red shirt, you are so screwed.
The Walking Dead did that because for the first 3 seasons, anytime a black person died or came on, like an additional black person joined the cast,
The other one.
the other black person
was-
died. And this was like a consistent process.
It was so bad.
And the poor guy, you had T-Dog or whatever, didn't ever do anything valuable.
Yeah.
Ever. And he finally killed him, and I was sad. Like, he didn't do anything good for anybody, and I was sad. I thought, oh, man.
There
And
goes
then-
the
But it
only-
was because Tyrese came on the show and
And
killed
in Zombie
T-Dog.
World, you can only have one black man per
You can.
episode.
One-
It just throws off everything.
Right.
I mean, because what would happen?
It was so unfair. You know, what happened to equal opportunity employment? Does it not extend to movies? 'Cause
White
we
people
know
don't die.
when you die in a TV show, you do get fired. That's how it works. That means you don't have a job.
True.
Yeah, it's not like, oh, that character just died. When you kill someone off, they don't have a job anymore.
Daryl, we're your extra lives.
Anyway, I promise. Like, feed the black guy to the zombie. White people live.
Oh my gosh. The only way you can die if you're white is if you are a slutty chick. If you're a slutty dude, you're fine.
Yeah.
You specifically have to be a slutty chick.
You can't be a cocky dude either. You have to be like this almost cocky, but not super cocky.
you can't be
like
an a-hole. You can't
Yeah.
be an arseholic dude or a slutty chick.
arseholic.
Shit. A slutty chit.
Right.
You little chit.
You can't be a slut.
Slut! That's like Steven and I
You're a
have this
slut.
thing where we walk around and if we yell for whatever reason, it always ends up being slut.
Slut.
Yeah.
You'll learn that when the first episode of Arnold Through the Ages comes
That's
out.
going to be so good. We should just do that tomorrow.
We should do it right now.
We totally.
Screw it.
Surprise!
No.
No, there's poop. There's poop in the show.
We're not doing that right
poop
now.
in the show.
First things first. Let's give him the factoid we promised him 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
The revolving door was invented in 1888 by Theophilus Van Cannel. It could have been called a kennel door, and we didn't call it that.
Well, I think they went for more of the.
Just to call it what it is, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's a Theopolis.
It's a good name. Theophilus.
Yeah, I don't.
It's hard to pronounce. It's hard to figure out how you pronounce that.
It's Theophilus.
I think it's Theophilus.
Theophilus. That sounds like
Theophilus.
a theophany.
The revolving
What
door.
the hell kind of name is that?
I feel like the revolving door was earlier than that. Like maybe when they were building.
1888? I was on the
pyramids.
first escalator ever made.
Really?
Yeah, in
Was it
Macy's
wooden?
in New York. It's still a little narrow wooden one.
It's wooden.
Yeah, it's wooden. It goes flap, flap.
Why
flap.
didn't I was in Macy's? Why did I not go on that? Why did no one tell me that I could experience history?
I thought we said we didn't
No,
go.
we
that
wandered in
trip
there.
was awful.
It was the last thing we did in
the.
the day. We
Yeah.
walked in there expecting some kind of reprieve from the population.
Yeah.
And everyone had gathered in there. It was amazing. And then we ate some kind of bottle of water from the Macy's.
Oh yeah, because we were all
ate a
dying.
bottle of water.
Yeah, like when you go to New York and you just rode up on a bus and you have nowhere to stay, you get really thirsty.
We needed a Camelback.
Yeah.
Everyone needed a Camel. If you go to New York on a red eye, if you live in an area that does that kind of thing, like the bus trip,
That was fun.
first of all, don't do it.
It was
Second
so
of
much
all,
fun.
if you do it, take lots
Don't
of
go
water.
with an ex-boyfriend who's being a butthole.
Or take guns and knives with you.
No, because they take them when you try to go in the Statue of Liberty. I'm like, I want to protect myself. Ma'am, that knife is illegal. Well, what do you mean it's illegal?
It's
I
a
mean,
lock
I know
knife.
I can't take it. And no, you just can't have that in the city. That is a hunting knife, ma'am.
No, that's a lock knife
It was a
for
hunting
killing thugs.
knife. He said it was a hunting knife, and it was illegal all over New York.
That city is a police state.
Yeah. Oh, my dear Lord.
You can't
it's
even.
like California up in there.
People got all upset because the Supreme Court or somebody was like, you can't have laws that prohibit people from having 32-ounce soda. And people thought that was a bad idea. And I thought to myself, if I want a 32-ounce soda, this is America. I should be able to have one.
I want to give myself diabetes.
If I want to give, if I
I
want
want
to
to
make poor
support
decisions,
metformin.
if I want to make poor decisions, it's my responsibility to do.
Yeah.
And it's up to my friends and family and people close to me to tell me not to make those bad
I mean,
decisions.
I feel like if I were the pharmacy corporation,
Pharmaceutical industry?
that.
Yeah, pharmaceutical.
That I would be all for lobbying for Coke and Skittles and Twix because
Then you
they
get more
make
people doing...
insulin and metformin and high blood pressure medication. So we're in the money. My face is tingling. That was so much alcohol.
Yep. You're a sot. Let's do some real news.
Yeah, I reckon.
Let's stay on track here. This story is called Poop Bank. Poop Bank. A man has walked into a branch of Barclays Bank and defecated several times on the floor. Why is this in the present tense? Why is it like I'm reading, like I'm watching some sort
You're
of...
reading it as you're commentating on it as it happens.
A man has walked into a branch of a Barclays Bank and took a poo-poo all over the floor. The staff shut the branch in Andover, hands down. Shut the branch. British people. It's impossible to read their news. The staff shut down the branch in Andover, Hants, while the mess was cleaned up. Customer Gareth McCarthy said, I was just queuing... Oh, I gotta read this like a British man.
Yeah.
I was just queuing up. There was about a dozen customers there, and this guy walks in. He looked pretty well to do. He was a middle-aged man in his 40s, wearing shorts and trainers, and he had a bald head. He was just calmly walking around the bank, going to all the areas he could. And then, as calmly as he walked in, he left. Boy, crikey.
Some dude walked into a bank, took a squat in several positions.
Several positions or several places?
He
took one
both.
while his foot was outstretched.
Like,
he did
can you
one while
imagine
in...
being in a bank? Like, I need to make a deposit. It's almost 5 o'clock. Wah, 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 wah.
Boop,
And then
boop,
a man
boop,
just,
boop,
like,
boop.
walks in and goes, and then, like, waddles over to the next corner and goes, and then, like, waddles to one more place, goes, and, like, just gets up and walks out. I'm like, did he have toilet paper?
What if he did the squat walk?
Just, like,
Just
dribble
all
through.
over the floor. Just...
Like, what would you do? You just kind of like watch open mouth while some man came and pooped in all the corners.
Well, first of all, you're in Brito land. So it's not entirely unusual for someone to just pull their pants off.
That's true.
Because naked isn't a problem there. This is
No.
how I assume, just in case you're British, I'm just going to assume this is how it works. And what I say is right because this is my hour to be right about all the things, right?
Oh yeah, Steven is always right about everything for the next 2 hours.
For the next several hours, while broadcasting on the internet with the microphone in hand, I am not wrong.
Steven is always right.
Today I got called Adam 3 times
Bullcrap.
by the person that is supposed to be above me, and I'm just sitting there while in a
Did
meeting.
you correct him?
No,
That's the most insulting BS ever.
it's happened multiple times. And
Dear Steven's boss, you're a dickweed. His name
Adam.
is Steven.
Adam
He's
is my
freaking
name.
famous on the internet, and one day he will leave a worm in your computer, and it will defecate in all the corners before depositing money.
Well, it's better than when he was calling me Tony there for a while. My last name is
he seriously calls you random, like the TV boss?
It's not what you think. I mean, it is, but it's not.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
I'm gonna need you to come in and work on
It
Saturday,
could be
Tony.
some sort of. It could be some
Adam.
sort of name.
Retardation tick.
No, I have a confusing last name because I have a plural first name for a last name.
Yes, because I have met many people with the name Adams.
No.
Oh, hey, it's Adams.
You read it.
It's
There's-
many
There's no
Adams.
excuse. There's no excuse for it, really. The times when it's happened, it's been inappropriate to be like.
I would have farted
Homie.
in his face because that's an appropriate response to being called by the wrong name.
It's okay. Everything's fine here. I let my actions speak for how I am as a human. I don't
Douche. Douche will make douche. Douche. No. You should be like, hey, you should just start calling him random names.
know. No, you know what I'm going to say next time?
I'm Batman.
Yes.
That's where it's going to
Yes. I'm sorry. That's not my name. Oh, what is your name? I'm Mother Effing Batman. Don't you forget it.
go. I'm Batman. Oh, good stuff. I have a bug bite on my ankle.
Yeah,
that
you
just
and
won't
Stephanie
let up.
got eaten.
I got eaten.
I got eaten. I've
was
been
out
in North
there-
Carolina too long.
I was out there reading me a book and on the back porch. This fella showed up. He had himself a guitar case.
Hey, yeah, you did jam out.
I did. Oh, a fella did show up that had
Yeah,
himself.
you did.
I played music with a friend for the first time in years.
Steven was so excited. Steven
Oh,
was
it
so
was
excited.
so
There was just
good.
like it was awesome in this house while they were here.
It was so good. We were rocking out. We were playing. We played Everclear, Santa Monica. We played some Basket Case. We got a little stuff together. Played some Blink 182.
Blinky.
Blinky 182.
Inky. Wait, what are the ghost names?
Played some
Inky, Blinky?
Weezer. Inky, Blinky, Weeble, and Bob. Those are not the names.
That's Inky. Winky.
Winky, Blinky,
Winky.
Inky. Winky, Blinky, Inky, and Todd or something like that.
Yeah, it's like it's stupid.
Inky, Blinky, Winkin. Anyway, we're talking about Pac-Man if you're completely lost. Let's do a small town news, shall we?
Yeah.
Small town news time! I would like to go out on a limb, and not out on a limb. I use that phrase a lot.
Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde.
Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. Clyde's a good name.
Blinky.
My cousin, my uncle had a dog named Clyde. It got testicle cancer or some such. It had giant balls. It would just walk around with these giant festering tumors all.
Ew, Steven!
All over its nuts.
Oh!
Well, when I was a small child, it was fascinating to see an animal with such large testicles. And then I learned that it was sick. Like, the balls were making it ill. I didn't know that. My aunt has a goat with a ball the size of a basket, or a ball the size of a basketball.
The size of a goat?
No, it's a goat with a ball. It's a basketball. It's amazing. This thing runs and it just hurts me. It's amazing. Anyway, I don't have anything else to say, Ashley. Perhaps there's a new story that we can read. Ashley just showed me pictures and they were wrong.
Oh my dear Lord, why?
Let it be known that Horseshoes and Hand Grenades does not condone the posting of your children on Facebook.
Put baby pictures on the friggin' internet. Oh my dear Lord, especially that one.
Yeah, don't put. So me and Stephanie have this deal, and we've talked about. We both agreed that we're equal. We can have a slap anytime the other one puts something stupid on Facebook in regards to a baby. We don't have one yet. One day we will. And
Oh my God, are you serious?
I'm sorry that if you're listening to audio, you just missed out a lot.
That's the best thing ever.
Joel made us a meme. Not sure if drunk or just watching H&H.
I totally want to have your babies right now. That is amazing.
Yeah, that's gonna get posted
Oh
somewhere.
my gosh, that needs to be the thing today too. I'll read why Steven does this.
Yeah, you do the story.
A California truck driver in central Pennsylvania spotted an advertisement for a low-cost health exam for truckers. Okie dokes. Needing one for his commercial driver's license, he called the number on the sign and was picked up by a woman in an old Ford Tempo. I feel like, at that point... Wow, Eric's My Little Pony looks awesome. At that point, he should have questioned what the hell he was doing in someone's Ford Tempo, because that's not how doctors operate.
No, right. Low cost health exam. We'd like you to
Like, hop in our car. She drove him to her townhouse where she performed the $65 physical and had him provide a urine sample and fax the required forms to the California DOT, Department of Transportation. It all seemed a bit odd to Trucker Todd. No lie.
Not odd enough if he hung around.
Yeah. I just feel like my spider senses would have gone off when the Ford Tempo rolled up and said, "Hey, baby, hop in." Man, this room just really makes me stuffy.
It's amazing, isn't
It's
it?
phenomenal.
My
Like,
whole
I just
face
can't
just
breathe.
is lit up.
Could be the alcohol,
I
but
blame-
mostly I think it's just that this room sucks.
I blame the cat. I'll just breathe in this smell.
He's sniffing a beer bottle. After some clever sleuthing of his own, Todd turned his findings over to Pennsylvania State Police, who say they uncovered a scam that snagged at least 16 commercial drivers that they know about. So 16 people called a number they found at a truck stop, got in a Ford Tempo, went to a woman's house, paid this woman $65, and peed in a cup for her.
You want to go home stupid or
16 people.
That's pretty bad. That's probably still a low number in the grand scheme of things. But
Because
then
who
the
would come forward? Be like, yeah,
yeah.
let her stick it in my butt.
The fact that there were 16 people, that's pretty bad. She didn't let anybody stick anything up her butt.
No, she's, well, I mean,
Up her butt
proctology
or up their
yes.
butt.
Police were looking for more possible victims after charging Joanne Wingate, a 56-year-old chiropractor from Carlisle, I guess that's in Pennsylvania, whose license was suspended with swiping the identity of a psychiatrist with the same last name to perform bogus exams on commercial truck drivers. Anyway, they called the phone number. And it said that she was still in service and answered with a recorded message that promoted services ranging from physical exams for truckers to drug testing for bath salts, oxycodone, and other substances. The recording offered a free 5-minute shuttle from Carlisle Truck Stop and gave another number to call for 24-hour service.
What? I mean, it's a successful business. It's a good model.
16 people. Come hop in my Ford Tempo. I will shuttle you to my... Like, what the what?
I would at least want a van to show up with the business painted on the side.
Like, what are we talking, like, white serial killer van? Would that have tips up? It's just ridiculous.
No.
I don't understand how anybody...
I mean, you're a trucker. You're driving out on the highway.
You're not an idiot. Like,
You're
trucker
thinking-
isn't synonymous with stupid.
You're thinking, man, I gotta get some gas soon and stop at a truck stop and look at CB's and buy some beef jerky. I wonder if there's a place nearby where I can get my exams done so I can keep on driving and get my license renewed. So you pull over and you get out and you go get your beef jerky. You browse the Cobra magazine full of CB's. You go pee. Maybe you take a shower. You buy some porn and you go back to your truck. You think, oh, yeah, I remember seeing that billboard. I think I'll call this number. You know, I mean, you're not really thinking this is probably not okay. You're thinking I'm about to get, my urine sample taken and go get my stuff done.
I don't even. I don't know.
I don't odd.
You don't odd?
No, you don't even. I don't odd.
Oh, Steven.
Gotcha. Cha-ching.
I just literally can't even.
I cannot even. Where'd that come from? I feel like that's a new
No,
thing.
that's just it. Everything I
recently
say
heard it.
hurts my brain.
That's because you're ingesting too much rum.
No, I'm fine.
Oh,
We're all fine here.
I'm fine. I just drink rum all the time. I've got no issues with it.
I can do shots.
I did see some marshmallows and some chocolate and some graham crackers at the store. I almost bought some because I have two ways I deal with a bad day. One of those ways is by eating something terrible for me. The other way is retail therapy, where I walk home with a PlayStation and everybody goes, "Why do you have one of those?" And be like,
amazing.
"I had a bad day today, and this made me feel better." And it doesn't really, because you get it home and I played it for maybe a month and a half, and then I didn't have any new games to play with it. Every PlayStation I've ever bought, I had a
but
PlayStation.
the new PlayStation has all the games.
I know.
That's what you need to do to make you feel better now.
Oh, I can go buy a place. Surely Stephanie will understand. We did just buy a dining room table.
Well, see, she got what she wanted, and now you get what you
No,
want.
I got what I wanted with the dining room table, too. That's how married works. No, seriously, though, people. I did get a dining room table because we needed a dining room table. And I just have a different priority list of what to do on that dining room table. Stephanie wants to eat.
That's not what he meant at all, either.
Stephanie would like to eat on the dining room table.
And Steven wants to eat.
Oh!
Yes!
Oh, no.
Yes!
No. Steven wants to play D&D and board games and card games and other assortments of games on the table. Jeez.
Roll the
You
sexy.
don't do things like that on things people eat off of Smash.
Yeah,
Don't
that
look
would
at-
be bad.
That would be bad.
That would be really.
The
I
amount
mean,
of
worst
things-
case scenario, you roll over to one of the edges that isn't balanced right and the table flips. I mean, they never show that in the movies.
The amount of things that I have probably eaten off of or slept on
Or
or
sat
sat on
on.
that Ashley may or may not have had activities on frightens me.
Activities.
It frightens me so bad.
You know that couch downstairs?
No, that's why I'm burning that as soon as we get a new one. Had a baby, it's a boy. If you tweet the out of context quotes you hear, I will give you $1. Because I feel like that would be an interesting.
That needs to be a thing. Out of context, H&H.
If there's anybody that would make that happen, I believe it to be Had a Baby, It's a Boy.
Yeah.
He's
kind of the
basically a
man.
meme generator
Right?
for our show.
Right? He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, he is. He is.
Oh.
Oh, jeez. Okay, let's just move on to News Bear Left Untold. Sound good? Mm-hmm. Good. It's all right. It's all right.
Ew, this is gross.
A woman finds tooth in cheese.
From the 21st century.
Ew. Ew.
Right?
Find tooth in a cheese? That's not okay. Health experts have launched an investigation into claims that a shopper found a tooth in a piece of Wensleydale Jervo Blue-O purchased at Sainsbury's. Winsley. That's funny. It's funny, she says. In a piece of what? I've never had Wensleydale Jerval Blue-A. How do you say that? Ashley is much more refined than me and knows the names of cheese. So I probably
No, I like that one.
What is it?
No, we're going with that.
Would you please tell me what that cheese is? Because I know you know how that's pronounced.
Gervex Blute.
It's not Gervex Blute.
No.
Gervo.
If you were going to do it by pronunciation, I feel like that's how you should have said it. But you're just like, Gervex.
Well, it's cheese. It can't just
It's
be
French, so we have to like, whoa, the end of the word.
It can't
Gervex.
It can't be
Please, sir, may I have some Wensleydale Gervex with extra tooth?
It's French. That's how you pronounce it. Maybe one of our Canadian friends can tell us how it's pronounced. So if you're ever shopping for cheese, that's a good one. I hear it tastes.
It's very toothy.
Just don't buy it from Sainsbury's, wherever that is. Disgusted Jane Betts, which I don't think is her full name, but
That's the most British name ever.
Jane Betts.
Jane Betts.
Jane Betts.
Jane Betts.
Is this
Jane
Is this
C.
another British
Betts.
story?
Yes, because we don't have Sainsbury's in the United
Well, that
States,
is-
Stephen. We have Walmart and Costco. We do not have Sainsbury's.
No, we have Fred Meyer.
And it's in
Kroger.
Cambridge, which we also do not have in the United States.
There is a Cambridge in the
We do
United-
not have a Cambridge here.
We have fake British here.
We
You got a
have
Cambridge.
so many fake British.
You sound
We
like
have Gervais Blair at Sainsbury's.
you sound like lifestyles of the rich and famous.
Lifestyles of the Gervais Blair.
Enjoy your caviar and take your shoes off before entering the foyer.
Oh my gosh, that's brilliant.
Disgusted Jane Betts found the tooth whilst shopping at a branch in Cambridge and took it to her dentist. Oh, newsflash, they have dentists in Britain.
You wouldn't know, but they do.
But you wouldn't think so, but the wealthy do have access to perfect dental care in Cambridge. The 42-year-old said, This was extremely disturbing, and even more so as I had just been to the dentist myself the day before. Because of this, I thought a piece of my own dental work had come off. I was completely disgusted to find that it was someone else's. Winter is coming.
Disgusted.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Disgusted. Did Snow get laid?
Huh?
Did Snow get laid?
He's a crow. He can't get laid.
Yeah, but I thought that
He's
chick
a
wants to
crow.
lay him.
The Scottish chick?
Yeah.
Probably.
That's it. Had a lid. We're all good here.
I almost had a problem.
Almost ruined all the
So
things.
let me continue the British lady's conversation. I was confused also, very confused. I was also very confused for several minutes. That was a good one. I just read the same, I went in a circle in that sentence. I was also very confused for several minutes as I searched my mouth and all my teeth looking for where the piece had come off. Now I just feel sick. It was a bizarre and truly horrible coincidence.
I love how your accent has evolved as
don't
you
have
went
a
through that
good one.
one sentence.
Don't have a good one. A Sainsbury's spokeswoman added, We take great pride in the quality of all the food we sell. We have spoken to Jane Betts and will, of course, support the environmental health officer with any investigation.
You sound like you're a voice actor from Fable.
Fable. Look out, the fighters are coming. The bandits in the highway are coming to take your sword if you do not fight back with your will
Your
and your
health is
strength
low.
and your dexterity. Perhaps you can shoot the head off with an arrow.
Or just hide in a corner and
Or hide in a corner and block.
push. This game sucks. It's so hard.
Maybe you could just hide in the corner and block for 15 minutes as the hobs gather round.
As they just like hoard you and get harder and harder to beat. Landon.
So the majority of the audience doesn't know what the crap we're talking about.
One of our friends can't play video games.
He can't.
And
He
it's
can.
always the map's fault.
He can maybe. There's gamers. There's a certain subset.
He plays WoW.
There's a certain subset of gamers that don't know how to understand that they're just not good.
Yeah,
and so they yell at the game and they throw the controller.
It's the stupid map.
So yeah, like when I play a game and I'm not good at it, unless there's a reason, like there's a reason.
Like crappy controls. Even then.
Maybe I'm just not good at the controls. Maybe I just don't know.
Some controls are just awful. Like the Resident Evil controls have never been good.
No, well, I don't play Resident Evil.
Yeah, they're awful.
I don't play games that scare the pants off of me.
And it's just awful.
D-Master wants us to know that he followed the entire conversation successfully.
High five!
You get a badge. You get a badge.
My dear friend, D-Master.
He gets a badge. I don't know what the badges do yet, but keep track of how many you have.
It's better than a vag. A
No.
badge to vag.
Very few things are better.
Badge to vag.
Let's do the last story, shall we? Oopsie, WTF section. WTF.
So, this story is about a dog.
This story's about a dog named Yeller.
But it makes me think of my friend's dog. She went away over the weekend, and I dog sat. And I guess the dog hadn't eaten for a day or something before I got there, and then the dog wouldn't eat when I was there, so I fed it out of my hand, thinking that, the dog needs to eat. And then the dog went pooed, and I had to pick up the poo, because you can't just leave the poo, because apparently it's rude to leave dog poo.
Yeah, you can't do that. You got to take the bag, and you got to put it on your hand, and then you pick the poop up.
So I went to pick up the poo, and it was, nasty. Bloody, icky, slimy, bleh poo. So I'm like, I think your dog's dying.
That was nice to say, by the way.
Yeah, she was...
The delivery was good.
Yeah. Well, she needed...
I think your dog is dying.
Yeah, you should probably get back here. Your dog's dying.
It's leaking blood.
Yeah.
Out of its butt. And that's not normal.
Yeah.
That's how you say it.
The dog ate the trash, all the trash, apparently, while she was over at her boyfriend's house. It just ate all the trash. And so it's been, pooping paper towels for the last couple days.
I almost spit water everywhere. All I can imagine. No, you don't understand what I saw.
His face was so epic.
You don't understand what I saw. What I saw was a dog with a clown magic trick, pulling the paper towels, and it's like, when's it gonna stop? When's it gonna stop? We don't know. It's magic, and it's ribbons of paper towels out of the dog.
Yeah, that's essentially, I think, what happened. Just a little slimier.
Blah.
Yeah.
Blah.
So this is up that same vein. A Wisconsin, I have to read this like a Valley girl, her quotes, because they're hilarious. A Wisconsin woman who thought her lost wedding ring was long gone 5 years ago was recently reunited with it in a very surprising way. Lois
Matikowski.
Yeah, of Stevens Point and her granddaughter were out in the yard enjoying popsicles on a hot day.
They capitalized popsicles.
Yeah, is popsicles like a brand?
Is it a brand of popsicle?
I don't think it's supposed to be capitalized.
Do we call it frozen treats?
Capitalized.
Uh-oh.
That was until Tucker, the family dog, struck.
Had a baby, it's a boy once, $1 That means he did something.
Okay, well, you find out what he did and I will continue reading. He's known in the family to be the food burglar, Mikowski explained. After I turned around and I looked at my granddaughter, the popsicle is gone. And there's Tucker, smacking his jaws. The pooch stole the icy treat on a stick and gobbled it all down. It wasn't long before Tucker got rid of it, though. Stick and all, everything came out. Mikowski.
Holy crap on a cracker, popsicle's a brand.
It is a brand.
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, looky there.
I did not know that. It's like Band-Aid, I guess.
The original brand, Popsicle.
Huh.
You can't just do that. I guess when you think about it, no other popsicles are called popsicles. They're just called what they are, Dream Pop or Bomb
Jolly
Pop.
Rancher Pops. Huh.
Popsicles is a brand of popsicle.
That is insane. I did not know that. I knew Band-Aids were a brand.
Band-Aids are a brand.
And Q-tips are a
bandage.
brand.
Q-tips, Kleenex,
Yeah.
Xerox.
It's what we call things that do the things that were originally the things that now have generic things.
Did you know that Q-tips are not supposed to go in your ears?
Yes.
You're not supposed to use, which is the primary use for a Q-tip.
Yes.
That and pulling boogers out of a baby's nose.
I use it to smudge my makeup.
I use it to pull stuff out of my ears.
I also use it to clean the water out of my ears because I hate having wet ears.
Okay.
2 days later, the pup began vomiting, and when he was inside the house, I didn't read that right.
Is that a poor sentence, or
No, I read it wrong.
I'm clicking all over your stuff
Yeah,
again?
the dog puked in the house, and instead of his owner getting upset, she was overjoyed. I look at the paper towel, and there's my wedding ring. I kid you not. My wedding ring was in Tucker's puke.
Ew.
I was devastated. She recalled her feelings 5 years ago when she lost the ring. How do you replace something like that? Not only the value of the ring, but just the emotional ties. I'm just elated that he threw up on the carpeting, and I don't even care. So I have my wedding ring, and Tucker is our big dog on campus right now. He's like my hero. I'm not. This is how this is written.
It is. She's not kidding.
Yeah. My friend was like, I want a dog that throws up diamonds. Like, who wouldn't, right?
You
Direct
may have
quote.
embellished that last one.
Direct quote. Like,
Oh, I'm
comma,
sorry.
who wouldn't, comma, right.
I misread that.
Yeah.
You did. Oh, yeah. She does say like in there.
Yeah. That's it. But anyway, she said, so the dog had a ring inside of it for 5 years and then puked.
I don't know that I would want. I guess you want.
It's
that
not
ring.
it's an ugly ring anyway.
It's probably really.
Yeah.
Is it like, oh, your husband sucks?
Yeah, really. I mean, it's
Really?
bad. Yeah.
I
mean,
think
it could be because it was corroding in a dog's stomach for 5 years.
I did pretty darn good.
Yeah.
with,
See, look at that. Look at that.
That is not an ugly wedding ring.
Awful.
What drugs are you on?
That's hideous. It looks like it came out of a Cracker Jack box.
I don't like the way the thing goes fatter.
It came out of a Cracker Jack box.
It doesn't look that bad. Well, look at the nice lady who got a ring back from the dog puke.
And she says like. She doesn't look young enough to say like.
She does not look young. That is a true statement. Yeah, vomiting diamond sounds like it might hurt your throat. They might want to get the dog checked
It's
out.
like a golden goose vomiting dog.
It's like that show y'all are watching where the witch had the ball of hair in her throat. Somebody had a ball of hair in their throat on TV.
Like I do now, the stupid Rome.
This room kind of kills you.
Yeah, we
Makes
need
you dead.
an actual studio.
I will tell you one thing. When we hit that $10,000 a month target, we're only a few $100s away.
We need.
It's a studio coming at you. Oh, we're only $90 away from ties and dressing like a human.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's like exciting because I want the money, but I also don't want to not wear my pajamas on the show.
Well-
because that's kind of my thing.
We kind of got to pick it up. This is what you get for not helping me come up with goals.
Ashley has to dress like an adult. Why can't you say like Ashley comes on a bikini?
Because you wouldn't have done that
No,
either.
I wouldn't have done
You
that.
will dress like a human. You won't wear a bikini. I don't want you to wear a bikini.
No,
or we're going to have some
nobody.
divider up, and I'm not going to be able to look at the video.
The
anymore.
white reflecting from my skin. Like, I am whiter than your wall. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Like,
You are. Yeah. The
Yeah.
walls are yellow. I mean, it makes sense that you're whiter than the wall.
I'm Caucasian, so technically I'm yellow tinted, but I am less yellow than your wall.
Who made up that Caucasian thing?
I don't know. I called Duke Medical today, and they're like, "What's your race?" And I'm like, "Oh, human."
Yeah. Aren't we all just part of a human race?
Yeah,
And
she's
they're
like, "You don't have to answer if you don't want to." And I was like, "Can you put human and an FU symbol?"
Well, I mean, they have to know this stuff.
No,
because-
the government asks them to find out. Like, we have to do that. Like, and the government fines you if you don't take tabs on people. Like, if you don't meet a certain quota of taking tabs on people, you get fined
Freaking-
by the government.
freaking government.
BS. Screw you, government.
You may think that me and Ashley like the government stepping in on things,
Yeah, I could see why they would think that
but
we
you're
like
wrong.
that.
We would actually prefer the government to just
Die in a friggin'
leave.
fire.
No, just to leave everyone alone and let us handle our problems ourselves.
Yeah.
But all the hippies, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, we all beg for too much involvement, and one day it's going to shoot us in the foot.
Yeah, I know.
That's all I have.
One day was like 2 years ago.
One day, we're going to be like, man, it would have been good if we didn't have all these laws telling us what we can and cannot do. And I'd be like, yeah, it would. Wouldn't it be better if you could just go over and punch your neighbor in the face because you needed to, because he deserved it? And the rest of the town could be like, yeah, that guy's a jerk. I'm glad you punched him in the face. And the sheriff of the town would be like, I would punch him in the face. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, you can't, because they sue you and then you're in trouble for assault.
Yeah.
So don't punch your neighbors in the face.
Yeah, don't punch people in the face. They whine about it. It's bad.
Sometimes you just need to be hit.
Sometimes you need hit.
Don't listen to Horseshoe Days, by the way. Don't take any of our advice for serious, even if we're
we
serious.
drink chocolate, I'm going to feel like balls. I drank so much sugar.
One day,
So much
what
sugar.
if
What's the matter?
the FCC decides they can tell us what to say on a podcast? What if they say,
Screw
we're
you,
going-
FCC. Boobies and nipples and peni.
What if, well, I don't think those are words you can't say on TV, but... like,
Butthole nipple rapers.
yeah,
Donkey sex.
You think about this. Let's go here for a second. They regulate the radio industry, right? That's
Yes.
why Don Imus
Is on a Sirius
got
XM.
kicked off whatever for saying some sort of racial epithet, right?
Epithet.
You know, but the dude probably doesn't say those things all the time, but he said it on the radio because he's a shock jock.
Like
know?
we are.
He's a shock jock is what they call them if you're not of radio. I hate terrestrial radio, by the way.
That
It's
means
awful.
when you stick one finger in one butthole and the other. That's not. No? Okay, that's wrong.
Oh, you put... Oh. I hate that I know what you're talking about.
It's so weird that you know what I'm talking
It's
about.
not... It's hard
How do
to...
you know what I'm talking about?
Because I know what the internet is.
Oh, goodness. Milk, lemonade around the corner, fudge is made.
Ew. It's ew. It's gross. But no, like,
That was on
could you
Family
imagine?
Guy.
Could you imagine a future where they're just like, you guys can't really say that stuff anymore because it's
We don't want
bad."
you to because
for
we know what's
society.
best for you.
Yeah, like they know what's best.
Bend over while we wipe your bottom.
I would move to Texas.
Because, Texas is the land of the free.
Texas,
the-
you can shoot people
And
if
the
they're on your neighbor's porch.
Shoot the Mexican.
No, we're not shooting Mexicans.
I do. It's like, oh, you're on my property. I'm going to shoot you.
It's just
It
a
doesn't
difficult
matter that you're
world we live
probably
in.
really thirsty.
Do you know what the problem is? We all know what everybody else is doing. We're like the worst small town ever.
Yeah.
Everybody knows what everyone else is doing, so they have an opinion. Like if you do something, and I go running around to my neighbors and go, that guy, yeah, did you see what they did yesterday? But they don't know you, and I don't really know you. Like, that's just for instance. You know, but I only see the outside. Then it might be a completely different story from your point of view. But you only get the one because the massive amount of people in neighborhoods
Because
think,
Fox News tells you what to think.
right, they all tell you what to think. They all tell you their opinions. The only place you get news is your local news. And that end, you only get to know when the next gun show is. I'm in tickets to the gun show. But anyway, that little nugget of stupid was brought to you by me
A little nugget of stupid.
at the end of the show. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd love to thank you for joining
Joining us.
I'm going to pretend that was a
Jiggering.
blip in the audio. For joining us on the show tonight and hanging out with us. I needed this show tonight more than you probably realize. And you guys being there in the chat room and just me knowing that you're going to download, check it out, and then tell me how good it was or how much it sucked, which no one's ever told me, just brings my spirits up and helped me to have a really good time. And I thank you for that. I needed that. It was good. I appreciate it. It was really fun to do.
And thank you for the memes.
Thank you for the memes. That was awesome.
Yeah,
the
that's
H&H
pretty
one.
much the most epic thing ever.
Not sure if drunk or watching H&H.
Yeah.
That's the greatest thing
You're
I've ever
kind of
seen.
amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Had a Baby It's a Boy, for that. D-Master, I have your gamer tag. I think I added you. If I didn't, then I'm sorry, but I think
But
I
we
did.
don't have a voicemail from you.
No, we were supposed to have a voicemail from D-Master tonight, and it doesn't look like it went through. I'm going to have to test that and see if I can get that working, because it should have. But we thank you for trying anyway. We really appreciate it. We're glad you came, joined us on the show tonight. Other stuff, Patreon. If you do want to join in and subscribe to our show, give us $1 or $2 a month, whatever. It all helps. Go to patreon.com/HNH show. This is PATREON.
Yeah, it's weird.
Just like it's spelled. Patreon.com/HNH show.
I show Steven pictures during the show.
She does. And just, there's a few different tiers. Sign up for one. Send us $1, a little more, whatever you feel like. We really appreciate that. And be sure to send your questions, comments, feedback, and hate mail to H&H Show on Skype. Don't forget, we have the H&H Reddit at hnhshow.reddit.com. Submit some stories, submit some stuff, post things, whatever you want to do. I don't care. You can post anything you want up there. Also, call us, leave us a voicemail like D-Master tried to do tonight.
Just don't suck like D-Master does.
Right, at H&H Live on Skype. And we'll play it on the air if I have it, and I don't. So that's unfortunate. Don't make sure you download our show on iTunes. Leave a review if you haven't. We appreciate that. I got this multiple burps.
I was going to say burp one more time.
It's like it's caught in my middle of my throat. Follow us on Twitter. I'm Steve H&H, and the show is at H&H Show. And you can always donate to us with Patreon, like I just said. Please remove that from the templates. That didn't get added in.
Is it twice?
I Ron Burgundy did it.
Is it
no,
twice?
it's just at the end, and I'm a retard. That's all.
Oh, do you want me to move it up?
Huh? No, just move it out. It needs to be changed and moved.
What is it?
It needs to say go to the Patreon.
It's gone now.
I deleted it.
What was it?
I don't know.
Hit Control Z.
Undo. There it is.
Donate.
Yeah.
Oh, because we don't. Okay.
We'll do that anymore.
I got you, sir. I will change the template.
You got it. Thank you.
I will fix that.
And
right away.
We've got some other good stuff coming at you. So
we do.
In the future.
Like 20 minutes of Ashley and Steven speaking in a horrible accent.
Sure. We'll talk about tea and crumpets.
We will talk about something.
Spotted dick.
Stephanie, Steven said a word.
Ashley tells on me all the time. It's like we have a swear jar around here.
I'm allowed to curse and Steven is.
No, you're not. Words of wisdom, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to leave you with these. This is a Czech proverb. Even small fish are fish. Ladies and gentlemen, we love you. Have yourselves a wonderful night. We will see you next time right here on Horseshoes and Hand Grenades.